after you left, you left Philly, so you get traded in the offseason, 2014.
Yep, I think so, yeah.
What was your original reaction there? And then, going to Columbus where, Torts is the head coach. I mean, what were your feelings going into that one?
Well, obviously I was sad to leave Philadelphia, right? And I signed a 6-year deal, extension, I think the year prior. Hextall came in and, I think trade me was kind of putting his mark on the team. And, I was a little obviously frustrated and, you have your house set up and your buddies and you feel like you're building something and, to kind of be forced to say goodbye, it was kind of tough. But, coming into Columbus, I was excited about that team. But then, started 0-8 and Todd Richards gets fired. Torts comes in. And
oh, that's right. Yeah, Torts wasn't even there.
We played actually one season with Todd Richards, and then we started 0-8. So basically, there's no chance you're making playoffs from that. And then Torts came in, and it was just like an overhaul. He's he's a character. He's demanding. Like mentally, he'll tear you down into nothing, and then he'll build everybody up the same way. The way you're a piece of the puzzle here, and you're here, and he was good to me for a while. I guess I was maybe one of his good guys, and then I was older guy, maybe getting a little slower, and started to push me out, but. A lot of stories with that guy. He's a maniac.
Oh, he is, eh? You got to throw one out there. I mean, there's got to be something golden because I mean, you at one point you got a healthy scratch towards the end there. I mean, your relationship with him, what was it?
Yeah,
like, right?
A lot of respect for him. One of my favorite coaches. Is just how he turned us around so quickly.
Right.
But I got healthy scratch. I think I might have took a penalty towards the end of a game, and it wasn't really a bad penalty. It was, I was fighting for a puck, and it was actually in Montreal. PK Subban fighting for a puck. He,
dove
down he goes, and I'm standing there over the puck, taking it to the net, and got a penalty. Of course, they scored. We lose the game 3-2, and next game my number's not on the the lineup right for practice, and. So I'm like, the extra forward and, feel stupid, obviously, like one of my first times being healthy scratched after 1,100 games.
That didn't happen.
And so I go and talk to him and he's like, and, we kind of had it out a little bit. And he goes, I appreciate you coming in here and talking to me like a man, I was a couple F-bombs and heated and whatever. And, next day, he goes, don't worry about it. You're going to get back in. He goes, this is your chance to prove to the guys how good of a pro you are. So I got bagged and, smile on my face. Obviously it's tough to do that, but felt as a good teammate. Next day come in and I think I scored like 4 goals in the next 5 games or something like that. And he's probably like,
shove it up his ass.
I'm a great coach. You know what I mean? It always works like that too, right?
Oh yeah, it does.
You've probably seen it.
Every time I think it does that. Yeah.
But he was pretty wild. And another quick Torts story. He was first 8-10 games this season. I'm on the 4th line with Sam Gagner, and we have 8 points in 10 games or whatever it is, right? And in a close game, tie game, close game, we're up one or 2 goals. I couldn't see the ice the last 12, 15 minutes of the game. So I'm playing 8 minutes a night, right? And actually almost leading the team in scoring, And so I finally asked him, Torts, why can't I, get on the ice in the last 10 minutes? He goes, you're way out of position defensively. I don't trust you out there, number one, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'd love to watch some clips with you to see where I'm out of place defensively. I think I'm doing a great job defensively. No, you're not. So anyways, the next day, he's like, I'm going to have, Brad Larson, the assistant coach, cut some film and, we'll show you how bad you are. And I'm like,
thanks.
Okay.
Confidence is high right now, Torts.
Next morning in practice, he comes up to me. He's like, I want to apologize to you. He goes, we looked at every single shift that you had in the first 8 games. He goes, you haven't been out of position once. He goes, it's my bad. It's my bad. He goes, I just think I don't trust you out there. He goes, it's just, I can't put you out there. I physically can't. And I'm like, holy shit, this doesn't make any sense, And
at least he's honest.
Yeah. And that's one thing Torts is. If he doesn't like, one part of your game,
he holds it against you almost, right? Yeah.
He's hard on his guys. And one more Torts story. Zach Werenski, one of the, best offensive defensemen right now in the league. And, it was his rookie year, and he might not be the best defensively. I think he's learned a lot in a few years, but we're in Winnipeg, and he's, a couple turnovers, somewhat late in the game, and maybe middle of the 3rd period, and he goes, I don't want to see him out there any more shifts, right? to the D coach or whatever. And I don't know if he just lost count of it. He's like, Z and Jonesy, you go. And screws up one more time, big, like, and they had a huge chance. And he goes back to, he goes, and Zach's coming off the ice too. He goes, set that rookie down. He's like, he's not seeing the ice again. And the kid hears the head coach, coming back to the D coach, just crumbled. Right?
Yeah.
He just, sits there and takes the tape off his thing. He's like, I'm
that's
done.
it.
His skates are undone.
No grocery divider, slide over.
Oh, man.
Slide
Too
over.
good though. And it's tough love, right? That's the whole.
It really is, yeah.
You just coddle him and say, okay, better luck next shift,
Right.
or you're going to get scored on, lose the game. It's all about winning and losing. And
It is.
And Torts, doesn't make many friends out there, but he knows how to win. So.
He's a good human, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he really does care about you. Like,
Yeah.
Archie, that.
Yeah.
But he's
He just knows how to push buttons and get the most out of his players. I mean, sometimes you guys get complacent, they get too comfortable, and they need that. You know what I mean? Especially as you become an older guy, and you think that you're invincible.
Yeah. I
And,
remember telling
rip your ass up a little bit, and then you're good to go for another 10 games.
You say he's a nice human. He is like a super awesome human. And, I tell my family, I'm like, oh, he's so hard on me. I'm not playing or this or that. He got scratched or whatever. And my brother and his son came in, my nephew, and, they're there before morning skate or practice or whatever. And Torts, same thing, comes walking through and like, oh, hey, is this your brother? And hey, little man, you playing hockey? He's like 8 years old at the time, right? And sits and talks to us for 2-3 minutes, which is a long time for a head coach and, whatever bullshitting. And my brother goes, he's the nicest guy ever. What are you talking about? I'm like, he's bipolar or something.
He's unreal, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah.